Welcome to Ignorance Unleashed with your host Salvatore Cavalieri. In just 10 minutes, enjoy no-nonsense insights with a dash of humor and absurdity. Approved by his psychiatrist and wife because they agree he needs this outlet.
Hey. So today we're going to talk about the importance, the extreme importance of having a location that you pick that has a variety of jobs, industries available, not one specific. So a few weeks ago, I think I have done 2 or 3. In one way of form, this topic has come back again, which is that you need to diversify your risk. If you're going to pick a location for investment, pick a location that has 12 economic factors, which is a video out there that mention which one are those. But on top of that, you need to be careful and pick a location that has a variety of jobs. Okay, meaning, for example, if the town is predominantly military and they close the bases, you may be out of luck. Okay, because probably you bought the property at a higher price when it was filled with people, but all of a sudden the base is closing. It's going to be a phase-out closing typically, but it's a slowly death. So your property and the ability to rent that investment property is going to go down in price. Okay, what about steel mills? What about coal? What about cars? What about entertainment, things like that. So you got to be careful. You want to make sure that the town is healthy. That means if one industry falls or it gets restructured or gets shipped away or whatever it is, you got to be able to rent to other people that they have jobs available in that. So let me show you some of the today's news quickly to see what's going on. What is my point that I keep hammering again. Okay, let's look at this one. So this is what's happening now in the news. Thousands are going to be fired or fired already in U.S. government because of the purge of federal employees. And this goes into the thousands. If you read here the article, they are in the about 70,000 direct employees, but there are other 280,000 jobs related to that in the civilian government, okay, that may be impacted, okay? So if you look at this article, you will see the impact of one particular industry, one particular employer, in this case, the federal government, and then closing the doors or just having a restructuring, I think well-deserved restructuring, okay? Now, and there's going to be some pain. So there is news actually that came out this weekend when the number of listings in the DC area doubled in a month. Double. That means that a lot of people are saying, you know what? I'm getting out of town. I'm going to move somewhere else. Now, the question is, where are they going to move? About 75,000 employees, workers have signed up to the buyout. It's a buyout that the new president just announced about a month ago or so. Okay? So, if this is not proof enough that having an investment in one particular location when they have one main employer, I don't know what else you want. So now, the city of DC, the prices have gone down on average of $100,000 per unit, because now there are so many properties available for sale all of a sudden. Because these people are decided, well, I'm not going to stay in Washington. Many of them, probably they were close, they were near retirement, and they said, well, I'm going to take my money and go somewhere else. I'm going to cash out my money out of the equity I have in my property. I'm going to move out. Where they're going to move, we won't know now. I will suspect they were going to go, many of them are going to go to the Midwest, and some of them may go to the Sun Belt states, but I doubt they're going to stay around unless they have a very powerful reason. Meaning also that a lot of them, the younger people that are taking this package, they need to put kids in schools. So where are they going to go? Okay. Meanwhile, there's going to be some pain in the city of DC because the major employer said, hey, you know what? I need to slim down. I need to tighten my belt, and all these people, They lost their jobs. Okay. So with that said, let me stress this point even further by showing you the in the past 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, how much this problem of being in one location with one employer has affected tremendously the economy and decimated the economy of towns. Okay, so this is just to give you an example. Let's go one by in the industrial and manufacturing, well, Detroit, Michigan, from 1972 to 2007, over 200,000 manufacturing jobs were gone. Some of them moved completely out of the United States. Some of them were kind of shifted to other places in the United States, and some of them are okay. So Detroit, I visited Detroit. I flew over Detroit. I had the luck to have a helicopter ride over Detroit. It's a gorgeous city. Okay, but it's empty. And a lot of properties abandoned. There are some real estate investors that have gone back there. Maybe they're making good money because they bought probably a house for nothing, $30,000. Okay, but overall, the industry was decimated. Flint, Michigan, 80,000 jobs lost. Yeah. Gary, Indiana, another one from the steel industry. $30,000 job. So guess what happens to that town? That town went down. Again, and when you lose 30,000, 40,000, 80,000 jobs in whatever, it's not like next day you're going to have someone else who's going to come in, some other industry is going to come in and then do fill up the gap. No. By the way, when you see this 30,000 or 40,000 or 80,000 or $200,000, that's direct job impact. So if the typical family has 4 at the home, that means multiply that by 4. Okay, directly in that home. Okay, and then think about that family. Let's say it's a family of 4. Think about that family also. They have mortgages, they have car loans, they have other expenditures of money that they put in the community, food, anything that they buy is gone. So the impact may be, maybe you multiply that by 15. If 100,000 employees are gone, you multiply that by 15. That's the total impact, at the global scale. That is so important that when you invest, you don't invest down to have one major player. Okay, let's look at here, Johnstown, Ohio. Steel again. How many? Okay, 40,000 lost. Centralia. Oh, this town is particularly interesting. The town is completely closed. These people moved away, but the mine under the earth is still on fire. It caught fire back in the 60s, and they haven't been able to turn off the fire. So the mines under the ground is still hot and cold, and because of the coal in there, and still producing heat. So it's a completely abandoned city. So over here you have the decimation of the industry, plus you have a natural, an environmental impact here, the structure. Okay, let's continue. Copper mine, 1,200 jobs gone. This is a paper mill, 600 jobs gone. Hershey, Pennsylvania, that was famous, 1,500 jobs losses. This is in the overseas restructuring and also restructuring planning. So, okay, another job gone. Rocky Mountains, North Carolina, textile. God, this is completely gone out of the United States. Anything that is textile. Dubuque, Iowa, manufacturing decline, $10,000. Military, let's look at this one. Brunswick Naval Air Base, 5,000 military and civilian jobs. Air Force Base in Loring, Maine, 9,900. Vallejo, California, another 5,800. And here continues $7,000, and 7,000 military here, etc., and 22,000. So the proof is in the pudding, and this pudding is painful. So listen to advice to people that have been doing this longer probably than you, or have been burned before and stay away from cities that they only have one band playing music. Okay, so being one that have multiple bands playing around. Okay, with that said, making a great day.